Hello and welcome to Average Joe's Reacts. This is
Fucking nerd.
season 3, episode 2 of Mandalorian, the Mines of Mandalore. You want to break it down for us, Azaz?
Yeah, episode 2, Mandalorian. I still have no idea what's going on in this show. But episode 2 starts off with. What does it start off with again? God damn. It starts off with the lady.
Oh, Lord, this breakdown's going great.
It starts off with the lady at the mechanic shop, which is that the same planet that they went to in episode 1 where they killed the pirates?
No, that's Tatooine.
All right, what planet was
They're on Tatooine right now.
He has worked with this lady before.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he goes to this mechanic shop, and this lady's pretty much a scammer. And she lies to some other dude, which I don't know what he is, some alien looking dude. But she finessed him, secured the bag, and then the Mandalorian shows up with his shit. And he needs that lady to provide him with a part for a droid that we saw in episode 1 that was dead, that he's trying to bring back to life. But she didn't have the part.
IG-11.
Is that the droid's name?
He's an assassin droid, yeah.
Okay. Well, she didn't have the part. Couldn't bring that droid back. So he asked, what he asked for? He said he needs a droid. And she's like, well, I got this one right here. And it is a R4D5.
R5D4.
R5D4.
R5D4. I was close.
Complete bullshit member berry. Which I'll explain.
Why is that
when
droid so afraid? I don't know.
Because these droids know what they're about to get into.
So I know you haven't seen it, and I don't know if Joe remembers. In A New Hope, which was the very first ever episode, ever movie, ever anything of Star Wars, that droid gets selected over R2D2, which you probably heard of.
Yeah, I know R2D2.
When Luke's uncle was buying droids from the Jawas, and it just happens to blow up, which is why she makes this joke about it being unreliable before he closes the cockpit and they fly off, because that droid's a piece of shit and it's a member berry and it never served in any fucking war. It blew up and got sold to her by the Jawas. Pointless fucking droid, stupid member berry, but continue.
Well, she outfitted his ship to fit that droid, so that took Grogu's spot away from the ship.
I think those ships can fit droids, but
didn't you notice how Grogu's little hatch was gone?
No, I didn't.
You didn't catch that? Well, his hatch was gone. But either way, so he takes a droid, and his mission is to go to Mandalore and redeem himself. Well, the background?
No, I'm trying to get Joe to pick its nose.
It doesn't have one.
But he gets to Mandalore, tells this droid, scan the atmosphere. I need to know if it's breathable. And this droid is afraid. Ends up goes in some cave, and then goes offline. So he tells Grogu, hey, I'm going to go check out what's going on with this droid. Stay in the car. Stay in the ship. Whatever. Which, don't leave your kids in the car alone, by the way. It's illegal. Especially in the heat.
There's no one else on that planet.
Well, ends up going inside a cave, and there's like trolls over there. Where the hell these trolls come from now? I thought they bombed this planet, but there's trolls alive. Makes no sense to me. It's like nuking Japan. How the hell are the Japanese still alive? I don't know.
Bo Katan does say later that they have always been in the mines.
Well, that fight scene was dope. When he's fighting the trolls, he like threw one off the cliff and then threw another, and then he pulled out the dark saber. Is that what it's called? The dark saber?
It's the dark saber.
That thing's badass. I'm not gonna lie. That shit goes hard. He won that fight and ends up going deeper into the mine. Is that what happened? He went deeper into the mine?
Mm-hmm.
And was it like a trap, or was the thing just asleep? I don't know how he got caught, but this spider-looking thing caught him, captured him.
It was a trap.
It was a trap. And well, it captures him, and it's trying to harvest him. That's kind of what it looks like. Well, Din tells
it was draining his blood.
Yeah, it was definitely trying to kill him.
Droid to go back to the ship. Nah, he tells Grogu to go back to the ship. Grogu was sneaky. Grogu goes back to the ship. we see Grogu use the Force
Hated
on a
that.
troll. What? Grogu using the Force?
No, I hated that. Him going back. We'll get to it. I just
Well,
Bro.
Grogu used the Force.
Whenever he jumped out of the ship though to hug that lady at the beginning, bro, I almost peed my goddamn pants. That shit was comedy.
Oh, you're talking about
Sorry.
when he flipped out? When he flipped out
in the beginning.
Yeah. Well, Grogu goes back to the ship, and the droid can fly the ship. So they go back to what planet is it?
Cordana. It's Bo Katan's planet.
They go back to Bo Katan's planet. Bo Katan thinks it's Din, so she's about to get mad at him. And then she goes like, "Where's Din? What happened to him?" And Grogu's, says some stuff, and she's like, "Yo, we gotta go get him." So now she goes to the planet. She goes to Mandalore, goes into the mines, and she gets jumped too, doesn't she?
No, she sees the ambush coming.
Oh, well, she gets in a fight, beats some people up, does some crazy things. She kills the thing, and then his head detaches and goes on to another thing. Then she has to kill that thing, the big spider-looking thing.
I think it's so weird. I think it was so
a mess.
weird looking.
Well, she saves Din. They end up going to wherever the water is. She tells him a story of a mythosaurus living in the mines, or the water or something being the lair of the mythosaurus. Din goes to redeem himself.
It's like a
and
hippogriff.
just gets dragged to the bottom of this mine well water area. So she has to go jump in after him. Go saves him, and as she's swimming back up, we see what I presume to be a mythosaurus, but it doesn't attack.
Yeah. Nah.
Are they like not hostile? Are they just chilling, or what's the deal with them?
I've never fully understood the lore. They're sacred and they used to be hunted.
Yeah.
Sure.
But
Wikipedia. This is the best place for Star
Wookie.
Wars stuff.
Well, regardless, he gets out of the water, and I believe, isn't that where the episode ends?
Yeah.
That's where the episode ends. So
They were
pretty
tamed
detailed
and
recap.
ridden by Mandalore the Great and ancient Mandalorians.
Oh, sounds like Din might tame a mythosaurus then.
I think
Or
Joe
both.
froze.
Bro, they were hippogriffs.
The mythosauruses were hippogriffs.
Basically, yeah.
That thing was huge.
Yeah. I mean, they're big enough to ride, so.
Yeah, well. But a hippogriff wasn't too
It doesn't say if they're
prevalent. The hippogriff was
docile or not.
cool, but
I would assume they didn't have many natural predators, so they didn't really have to be.
well, what's the point of having a mythosaurus if you got all these spaceships that travel at light speed? The mythosaurus can't travel that fast.
Because they didn't always have spaceships.
Well, I ruined an episode coming up for me.
Oh, yeah. And if any of you watching this haven't seen this is the second time she saved him.
When was the first?
From the
Whenever he was getting roasted.
When he was captured, yeah.
See anything down there?
So that reaction was 100% her being in shock because she's never seen one. Because they're supposed to not be alive anymore.
I thought that was because, she wanted to save her friend.
No, she already had him saved.
Wait, are they friends or are they like
I don't understand their relationship.
Yeah.
Relationship, to be honest, in this show.
I always felt like they had that like kind of cousin relationship where you like each other but you hate each other at the same time, kind of.
What kind of cousin we talking about then? Help me, step bro. Help me, step cuz.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, that's kind of unclear on what the relationship is like. But you skip. Are we starting the clips? Because I want to see that fight scene.
I just pulled that up because we were talking about it right there. But Do you want to start from the beginning, or do you care where I just?
I mean, let's just start playing stuff.
Roll the footage.
So here is.
Roll
Sorry,
the
pal.
tape.
No chance, kids.
They can't find the part.
This is
Nope.
the mechanic lady.
You didn't get him jumping out of the ship.
Which is why I think you should buy this.
You're lucky I got him at all. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. I don't know why this doesn't have volume right here, but these. So this is Mandalore.
The far one.
No, the one right here, the one on the left. This
I
is
can't see it
Mandalore.
closer. But the close one.
Yeah,
Mandalore's on the left with the storm.
this.
That's Earth.
Yeah, it's the moon. Look, this. The other planet is. I don't think it's Bo's planet, but he basically says that Mandalorians need to know how to navigate. So you got the two planets, right? So you got Mandalore and the one that circles it, and the other one on the screen over there is Bo's planet. There are two other fucking planets they can live on in the system,
Oh, okay.
and they scatter.
Well, it would kind of be obvious if you were trying to avoid people if you just went to the next door neighbor's house.
I mean,
it's probably the first place they checked.
when
Like,
the Empire's there, I can agree with you, but the Empire's been gone like what 7 years at this point, according to story.
they're
7,
living
8
the way.
years, huh? Oh,
They're
you
living in the way.
living in the way. Just that one cult.
Yeah, their antics are kind of confusing. I'm not gonna lie. It's
I like Bo's way of living.
Yeah, the helmet off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the keep your helmet on BS.
how do they
Soup
eat?
before? Bro, he ate in the episode. He went,
Nah, he drank soup.
it's Pog soup.
So I don't want to be the guy that keeps going, just wait until the next episode, but in episode 4 they kind of explain it.
Explain how they eat.
Yeah,
Is
they
it
actually
like
kind of
soup?
show you how they do it, so
Ah,
you'll see. And it's really stupid. So dumb. It's only dumb to me because I've watched the Clone Wars and Rebels, and they all take off their helmets. Except for this one section of Mandalorians that we happen to be following. Who are special.
your thing was
Disappearing.
yeah.
I don't understand. That's in the background. Why is it blocking what's in the foreground? It's not like it's green. It's...
CGI, bro.
You got green screen, or are you just blurring?
No, my couch is behind me. I turned blur off. So I don't understand why this disappears. It's weird.
I don't know. Maybe it's just getting covered up by the photo. All right.
Dumb.
Play some more clips.
All
Let's see what else we
rigs have
got.
split in the rock and take an air sample of the ruins below.
All right. I know you've talked about this one with us before. Why do you hate that so much?
Because it's an astromech droid that can scan the atmosphere. I apparently missed like the first 3 seconds of that clip, but he literally goes, go over there by the rock and scan the atmosphere. And I'm like,
Yeah, because he wants to scan below
no.
where the caves are.
No, when he says go in the caves, I'm fine with that. Because that I get. Go in the cave, make sure the air is breathable. It's the line before when he's like, go over there, like before the cave and scan the atmosphere. And then I want you to go in the cave and scan the atmosphere and come back to me. And I'm just like, he could have been scanning the atmosphere the entire time you're coming down. And then when the droid gets lost, he goes, oh, let me seal my helmet. And I'm like,
You could have done that the whole time.
so you could have sealed your helmet, said, hey, Grogu, wait here for a minute, got out with the astromech, kind of walked around, made sure it was safe, but he just go over there and scan the atmosphere when you can do that from right there.
Well,
And then get down and go scan in the cave.
Hey,
Like,
that's
well,
a valid
maybe-
complaint.
it's
maybe he didn't know what was on the planet. It was like, you know what? screw that droid. If stuff goes Ari, I'ma just fly.
I know it goes Harry, but when you're leading up to that and he's just like scan the atmosphere and you're like, he doesn't have to move to scan the atmosphere. If you want him to scan the cave, just tell him to go scan the cave.
I think that's all he was concerned about was the cave, is going down the cave.
The droid's kind of stupid. I'm not
Right.
gonna lie.
But he has, yeah, the droid, the fucking member berry droid. But like, when I watched it the first time and I was like, what the fuck just happened? And then I like watched it before like our review. I was like, okay, I was so turned off by the first part of it, I didn't hear him say go in the cave. So the cave part I get. But when he was just like, scan over there, and I'm like, there's not going to be any different.
Hey, go over there to the rock.
Yeah. Oh, the astromech's missing. Let me seal my helmet so I can breathe out in the does it what? It just
He just wanted somebody to do his bidding for him.
it's just
He
wording.
actually had to get frisky.
It's just wording. If he would have said that first bit, I'm like, okay. He wants to know what's in the cave. Got it. That's my only complaint about that. It's just oh,
What
This is droid work.
The droid's
Hope
beeps
you'll avoid
mean?
going
Like,
out there.
does
I
it mean
don't-
anything, or
they're
is it
sa-
just
My helmet.
noises?
Seal yourself in your pod.
see,
Be right
I'll seal my helmet. I'll be right back. I don't know. They're just beeps. Here's the meds.
Oh, there it goes. So,
You could see
One.
he struggled with it.
yeah, I was gonna ask, why does it feel so heavy for him?
I talked about that in the text.
I saw
Because
that.
it depends on the wielder, because it plays off your emotions. So if you embrace it, it feels lighter. But if you're resisting it, then it feels heavier.
What, doesn't he know he has the dark saber?
Whoever wields the dark saber is like,
Hang on, kid.
isn't it like the leader of the Mandalorians?
Yeah, I think that's part of it too. Because I think
He doesn't want to be that.
so. The kyber crystals inside the saber are living. They're more or less living beings. They can talk to the person holding the saber. So the whole point of this is he doesn't want to be the Mandalorian leader, and the sword knows it. He doesn't want the sword, and the sword knows it. Bo Katan, she wants it because she wants to lead her people to be what they were. So it fights him, and she could pick it up, and she's just like, that's why.
Well, why does he have it? Like, where did he get it from?
So at the very end of season 2, which I still wish they would have just left fucking Grogu with Luke, they
don't explain how he gets him back.
yeah, they do. They do in
I don't
Boba Fett. It's so stupid. It's so dumb.
Well, there you go.
Don't watch it. It's literally a waste of 2 hours of your life. But he flies to the planet and goes, "Hey, here's a vest that was made for you. Why don't you come back with me?" And then he comes back with him. It's so dumb. But what was your question?
How did he end up with the dark saber?
So he fights Moff Gideon, who stole it from Bo Katan.
So does Bo Katan not want it back?
She wants it back.
Does she know he has it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He told her here's the lightsaber, but that's how she got it in the first place. And you're supposed to win it by combat.
Oh. So she has to fight him.
Maybe.
If she wants it.
Interesting. A lot of foreshadowing going on.
She's probably a better fighter, so
She's a better fighter than him?
I think so.
Has she fought infected?
Hang on, kid.
She fought Jedi.
Check the toxicity. You got an analysis on the atmosphere yet?
Fucking Joel.
The charts were wrong.
The charts were way wrong, dude.
So that means somebody faked the charts.
Tan was right. Mandalore is not cursed.
Uh-oh. Bum bum bum.
Big reveal.
All right. I liked this.
Why was there a trap there, though? Like, what is this thing?
Yeah, that's something that should be explained. What is this thing to begin with?
I don't know, but I think it was actually just trying to catch those troll things. I think that's-
It reminds me of Spy Kids. You guys ever watch Spy Kids?
It's like a little eyeball in a glass.
Spy Kids.
No, I never watched Spy Kids.
Shame on you.
I'm sure I will be watching it sooner or later. Don't worry.
I don't know.
I mean, it's pretty old.
It's pretty old.
Doesn't matter.
You ever watch Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
That's
What?
dumb. It's dumb.
Shark Boy? Oh, that's not dumb.
It's
That
dumb.
movie was gangster.
No.
But all right, let's see what's next.
Katan.
Get to Bo Katan.
Whee!
What's your favorite part?
Ah!
Ooh!
He's got 3 little fingers.
So I'm gonna say something that really pisses me off about that scene. I love watching him use the Force,
But
and I hate how they're almost making it seem like he's only using it when he's scared or defensive.
Well, no, he was using it to have fun.
I said
Yeah,
al-
so-
I
he
said
was spinning in the chair
I said almost always. Yeah, that spinning the chair thing was funny as hell.
and to get the food.
Yeah, but like he could have saved Din when that thing like flipped over. Dude's strong enough that he could have just held it like open.
Well, you don't know what Luke taught him.
I mean, he taught him. Fuck.
You don't know what Luke might have been like. Hey, only use this whenever you need to, or something like that.
Maybe, but he had training before Luke too.
Who knows?
He was at the Jedi Temple, the big one. I still think he's Yoda's kid, but I wish they would explain why he's only using it at certain times.
Maybe he
Keep
just
watching the show.
maybe he just chooses to.
Maybe.
Maybe it's his prerogative.
Maybe. It pisses me off.
Your Majesty.
There is an unexpected visitor.
Listen to what he says though, Ahmed.
Your Majesty.
Your Majesty?
Yeah.
Is it because she's sitting on a throne, or does she like? Did he make?
She's on the Iron Throne.
Yeah.
So,
Now did she make herself a ruler, or what?
no,
Like,
so one of her family is one of the ruling families of Mandalore.
Oh,
They're one of
So
the big clans.
she's a royal then, from Mandalore. Okay.
Yeah, she's like one of the houses.
Scheduled visitor.
They did a really good job of making her look like the cartoon.
What happened to him?
I think they made the cartoon look like her.
Well, that's not her normal
How
hair.
did the astromech find out where they were?
That little fucking whine.
Did they get an actual baby to make noises for Grogu?
I don't know.
Because it really sounds like a baby.
I really wish he would just start fucking talking. I'm over this. This baby shit.
This is the way.
This is not the way.
Do you know the way?
The way?
Why is her ship so big and Din's ship is like?
The
Average.
dude that does the Grogu voices is 50 years old.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I didn't know that. That makes it funnier now. Anytime he does those little baby bubbles.
It's a 50-year-old man babbling.
So for some stupid reason, I don't know why they did it. They've never really explained it. But this that was his actual ship. Before
So
they
they changed the way it
Before-
looked.
before it got destroyed.
So what ship does he have now? Just one that he found?
No, the mechanic lady built him that one.
Oh, okay.
And I just kind of wish they would go back to the old one. But that was one of the cities of Mandalore.
Didn't always look like this.
I'm pretty sure that's the one that she ruled
Jedi, you know.
or stayed in
Don't
as the
know how to tell
ruling.
you about us, but there was a time we actually got along quite well. Fought side by
The
side.
Jedi and the Mandalores used to fight together side by side.
Side by side.
And the Jedi's know the Sith wiped them out.
That's such a cool ass fight scene.
When did she grab the dark saber?
It's coming up, you impatient bastard. Good God. Like a little kid.
But when she grabs it, I mean,
Oh yeah, it's natural to her.
yeah.
So the Jedi and the Mandalorians didn't always fight side by side. They actually in lore have like a 10,000 year feud or some shit like that. It's insane how long they fought. The reason they're always wearing armor is because the Beskar can stop lightsabers.
The armor that they wear.
Mm-hmm.
So, if the Mandalorians were to get in a fight with the Jedi or the Sith,
They could go toe to toe with them and not need a lightsaber.
huh?
How cool is that?
That's pretty cool. Because what I knew about lightsabers, they can cut through anything.
Right.
What about dark sabers? Can dark sabers cut through anything?
It's a lightsaber. It's just dark.
Yeah.
That takes some of the cool factor out of it.
It's the only one that's black.
Black don't crack.
She getting her ass kicked.
So she knows that's the dark saber when she reaches for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rap! Pop, pop, pop.
This shield right here, I'm so fucking glad they put that in the show. Because all throughout Clone Wars, like the Mandalorians have that shield pop up. That's just so cool.
And then she just turns it off. She doesn't even pull it out, she just turns it off.
That's so badass, isn't it? That's how you know you're fucking tough.
It comes back though as a bigger thing.
Believe these children's stories, but there's nothing magic.
The little eyeball runs away and makes it go into a bigger machine.
Without the creed,
Well, it goes back to that spider.
what do we stand for?
Yeah, and then she cuts it in half. I know.
People are scattered like stars in the galaxy. The creed is how we survived.
Set
You
up.
rescued me, and I'll always be in your debt. But I can't go with you until I fulfill my obligation
I will take you.
to the living waters.
Yes. You'd never find them on your own.
It must pain you to see it like this after witnessing its beauty.
What pains me is seeing our own kind fight one another time and time again. Killing each other for reasons too confusing to explain. It made us weak. We had no hope to resist being smashed by the fist of the Empire.
They got fisted by the Empire.
Big fist.
Alright, so the Empire was Darth Vader and them, right?
Yeah. Well,
And
Darth Vader was the right hand man, but it was mainly Sidious.
alright, and the Republic was Luke Skywalker.
They were the rebels.
They were the rebels, yeah.
Yeah.
They were the rebellion.
So they rebelled against the Empire.
Yeah.
So who's the Republic?
They were
So-
trying to overthrow a tyrannical government.
so in episode in movie 1, 2, and 3, which were technically the
4, 5, and 6.
4, 5, and 6 that were made, they show the Republic, and it's supposed to be like this galactic kind of like NATO kind of thing. Just a bunch of different worlds working together, and they got this giant Senate.
It's like a peaceful federation.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the Empire came and like just destroyed them.
Yeah, Sidious came and
Yeah, the Empire is the United States. And then the Republic is every other little country that's
China.
just like, we're powerless. Help
And
us.
then, well, okay, so who overthrew the. Is that what Luke Skywalker did? Is overthrew the Empire?
Defeated the Empire, yeah.
Okay, so when the rebels won, now you got the New Republic.
Yeah. And they're a bunch of fucking clowns.
That's what this is now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not where they're at, but
The
next
rest of the
episode.
galaxy. Yeah.
So
God damn, there's so much going on in this franchise.
And it's not so much the rest of the galaxy, it's their part of the galaxy.
So other parts of the galaxy don't fall in the Republic?
No. There's a whole part that they've never even showed where it's like wild space. And like the Ascendancy, which is like Thrawn's people live there, and a bunch of other races. Yeah.
Are they like the Native Americans? Like,
no.
They just get discovered much, much later?
No. They just don't. They only talk about them briefly in canon.
Who's Jabba the Hutt?
Jabba the Hutt?
Whatever his name is.
He's a big ass slug.
Yeah, but what is he?
A gangster.
Yeah, he's like a mob boss.
I just know him from the game.
He gets all the bitches.
He's like, hey, yo, baby mama. You trying to suck on some slug?
You're really trying to get us canceled, aren't you? That's Thrawn.
Who does this guy?
This is Grand Admiral Thrawn. The blue guy.
God damn, he's fucking ugly.
Fucking pretty badass if they do it right.
All right. So the Mandalorian takes place after the Empire has already been defeated.
Yeah.
Okay, now I guess we'll talk about the next episode.
It's like
Well,
5 years after.
She says it in the next episode, but it's been 7 years.
Yeah. Well, so 1 and 2 are supposed to happen 5 years after, and then there's supposed a 2-year jump between 2 and 3, according to Filoni. So that's where you get this weird time frame.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about it in the next episode because that episode, I'm just lost. The beginning is cool.
You're gonna be lost in a lot of this.
Yeah, but the whole middle portion of that episode, I was just like, yeah, this is.
Yeah. I liked this episode, but there were parts I didn't.
I like this episode. I mean, I enjoyed watching it. If I was to give it a rating out of 10, I mean, again, me not knowing much about Star Wars and all that stuff, I'd probably give it like a 5 or a 6 just because it had cool fight scenes.
Now you sound like
The wall? You look the other way.
Is this better? Now you sound like this guy. I've never played the game. I know nothing about this. 5 out of 10.
I didn't like it. If you want to know what he's talking about, go watch our Last of Us. We had debates.
Yeah, watch the episode 9 review where he was just completely wrong. He was entitled to his wrong opinion, though. It's America.
We could talk about that a different day. Yeah, I honestly, I kind of feel the same way, but it's mainly just because they had Grogu backtrack so far to go get Bo Katan. It was like walking to something cool where he gets captured and Grogu trying to catch him, and then they go all the way back. They didn't have to show him going all the way back, but they showed him going all the way back through the sewers.
See, that's the thing. Well, I mean, I guess, but it was kind of cool seeing her like actually talk to Grogu and like be friendly towards him.
I didn't mind that. When their conversations, it was the him returning to her. It was just like,
I mean, it was a short episode. They,
I like the shot whenever Grogu does return to her, and she's just sitting there looking defeated on the throne. And then whenever she thinks it's Mando, she goes, "I'm gonna end this once and for all." And she goes out and says that she wants to be left alone. And then Grogu's head just pops up.
Yeah, and instantly she's like, "Oh shit." Yeah,
There's little stuff like that I enjoy.
My initial watch, I gave it like a 5, but
Shocker.
I liked it a little better. I mean, it was a 6. It wasn't great. It wasn't
I'm
bad.
giving it like a 7.5.
Yeah, I loved the fight scenes.
The fight
The fight scenes were
alone boosted it
awesome.
up for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, the fight scenes were cool. That's what I liked about it.
Yeah,
All the fight scenes.
that's the only reason I give it this high. It was just, there's a lot of boring shit and dialogue was weird to me, but
Dude, this dude just wants to watch the movie Cranked. Like, just nonstop stuff happening.
you gotta blow me away to give me
Haven't watched Cranked.
get 7s and 8s out of me.
It's a pretty garbage movie, but it's a lot of random stuff.
All right. Well, that will do it for this episode of Mandalorian. You guys got anything else you want to say?
No, I'm good.
Until next time.
All right. If you like what you saw, comment below, find us in Discord. And please like, share, and subscribe. Bye-bye.